countered it perfectly. Really good game there by Revival, just going in for the kill when he knew he had time. And that's pretty much it. So let's go into game 2 between Todd and Revival.
Hi, my name is Haksu Kim. You're watching FXO television.
Alright, let's go. Game number 2. Revival taking game 1 between Todd and himself. Very efficiently, I am unstable, joined here by Railcoon. If you guys want to support the tournament to see the prize pool increase even more, hit the subscribe button down below on Twitch TV, and we'll also get you in the running to win a whole heap of cool prizes. That being said, we do have Revival on here on the left as our red Zerg, and Todd here as our blue Protoss on the right. Todd did not have a very fun first game, Railcoon.
No, I can guarantee you that he did not have very much fun that last game. Revival just did a really good job of scouting. He saw everything that was going to happen before it even happened. And then Todd, when you do that, like one base, like one gateway straight into Dark Templars, if it does absolutely no damage, you're just screwed. Yeah. And that's exactly what happened. So we were on Antigua. He's starting off a little bit more normally. He's got his pylon down at the natural. This is the very safe placement that a lot of players have adapted because of that hatchery cheese that we've been seeing more of recently in GSL and even in our broadcasts.
Yep.
If you wall off over here instead of at the front near this ramp, it allows you to set up your gateway forge and your cannon to defend your front and try and take down any hatchery that may or may not appear in your natural.
Yeah. That being said, Todd doing the little mineral annoying thing. Just mind right-clicking that mineral patch, forcing drones to go where other patches.
He did it on one of the farther patches, interestingly enough. Where a lot of players, when they do that, they try to get the closer patches, since players with their extra APM usually force 2 drones onto those, and it'll disrupt the mining a little bit more. So that wasn't quite as effective. Now he's going to move up to one of those and do it again.
Well, right now he really doesn't have anything else to do. So he's just utilizing the time that he has to focus on things like that. He did put the pylon down, of course, in the natural here for Revival. GSL Antigua is force cross spawns, but look at this, he's actually gone for the third base instead. Very common for Zergs to do. I'm surprised, I would be surprised if Todd doesn't go and scout that as he comes out of this base.
Yeah, I mean, he probably saw the drone, and the fact that he hasn't even sent a drone down here to start picking away at the pylon usually is a slight tell.
He might actually go for a gateway as well.
No, he just dropped a gateway in his natural.
Yeah.
But Todd, I mean, he should be aware of this. Usually there's going to be a drone picking away at this pylon before the Zerglings come out, so he's going to head over to third base. Yeah, he is. With the probe, he's going to check this out. He's like, gotcha.
Yeah.
You can't slip that one by me.
I just wish he would have done that a little bit earlier because before the Zerglings came out, because sometimes you can actually get pylons and a cannon behind here to force the cancel and just be very, very annoying to the Zerg.
Yeah.
And it can put someone's rhythm off for the entire game. We do, of course, see him going down the second cannon in his natural now, going to be safe against any kind of pressure coming forward. And we have a third base instantly by Revival, so we're going to have a 3-base situation coming up.
This is a good situation where you can go for that Zealot pressure, because since his first hatchery is over here by the third, and it's going to be so far away, he's actually going to have a little bit of harder time defending that if you come into his, I guess, quote, natural here and start pressuring it. Since the two hatcheries are so spread apart, that will be a little bit more successful, but it looks like Todd is going to be sticking just with the normal build, dropping the Cybernetics core. He's not going to Chrono Boost out any Zealots, so he's just going to sit back. Probably rely on something tech-oriented to apply the pressure. Maybe we'll see a Stargate or something like that. But hopefully he will apply some pressure, because you know he's going to go for a quick third base when he takes that one first.
Yeah.
You can't just let him sit there and drone. You have to do something.
Very, very true. And let's see what Todd decides to do with it, though. That's going to be the big question. I hate the points like, yes, you're fast expanded. What are you going to do next? You have to wait and wait and wait. And I know you're going to do something, but you just have to wait.
He started forward weapons here, and it's now chrono boosting the warp gates. So we might see a 3-gate pressure really early, but I mean, at this point, he could still drop a Stargate. It really depends.
See,
I'm just sitting here really waiting to see what Todd's going to do.
I'm not really that big of a fan of Stargate play these days against Zerg, though, because we've seen it multiple times in the GSL where they'll take out so many drones. But they just keep making drones anyway.
Oh, look at this. 2 gateways coming, 3 gateways coming down, and the Overlord scouting it immediately. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
now, Todd did a great job of stopping this last game, but this game, not so much.
Yeah, he doesn't have that sentry out early because of the fact that, well, with the Forge expansion. So the fact that 2 Overlords came in means that these gateways are pretty much going to have to finish. If he wanted to do any cancel shenanigans and tech switches, he would have done it by now. Since he has to stop and kill 2 Overlords the Stalkers, if he does actually try and cancel these and switch, it'll come so late it probably won't matter. Yeah. So he's kind of forced into the 4 gates even if he didn't want to be. And, well, I mean, 4-gate pressure, that's definitely one of the options you can do here.
Oh, but he has been picked off with his pylons over here, dropping 2 of them just in case that Zergling does get it
Revival's just all over him with the scouting these 2 games. This is ridiculous.
That being said, Creep Spread is starting to move out as well. He's got a second tumor on the left-hand side. And more often than not, you see Zergs move these tumors on the top of the creep. That way it extends both up the top as well. There we go, he's actually done it there. So it's to stop pylons coming in. You can also see down at the bottom in case anything like that happens. That being said, lots of Zealots being warped in now by these pylons on the side. We have 12 Lings in production, lots of Roaches as well. And Revival's going to be completely safe against this. Oh, he even catches 2 of the units!
Oh!
Why were your units going the wrong way, Todd? This is unlike you.
Revival's just completely prepared for this. He scouted it well before it came. Now Todd is going to be following this up with 3 more gateways and a robotics facility. So he's going to be trying to go for the 7 gates with maybe some Immortals, or he does have a Twilight Council, so he could be going for Blink. Hey, there we go. So he's going to try and go for some Blink shenanigans, but these pylons are going down. This is going to be delayed by quite a bit. This is going to be really, really tough.
It's actually going to supply, or pretty much supply cap Todd here as well. 66 over 68. Free spread is looking good now for Revival. He's got more drones on the way. He's going to be at 60 plus drones. And Burrow and Roach speed on the way. We might actually just see him move forward and attack with a heap of Roaches. Just like in the last game.
It could work out pretty well for him because he did get an Observer this time. That's a plus for Todd. In the last game, he was just so poor because of the failed Dark Templars that he had the robotics facility and he just couldn't afford to use it.
Ooh,
and that really hurt his chances. But what is Revival doing by breaking these rocks over here?
I don't know, it's just probably making the Lings do some work. But that being said, we do actually have Overlord transport being researched. Is the longer of the 2 upgrades? We might actually see a Roach drop coming in here. +2 range attack on the way for Revival as well. Todd trying to take a third base, but if this actual Roach drop comes through, it's going to be really, really difficult for him to defend.
He's getting tunneling claws as well. We might see a Hydra Den come down. We've been seeing a lot of the old school strategies coming back recently, where players are just going for these throwback builds because it catches people off guard. I'm kind of wondering if he'd go for a Hydra drop here.
No, I don't think he wants to do Hydra. I think it's just going to be pure Roach here at this point.
Yeah, he's got a Spire on the way, so it's not going to be Hydras. It's just going to be Roaches with some Corruptors. And
taking quite a while to inject there for a second. So he's taking quite a while to inject. He's moving forward. Has been spotted by the Observer. 15 Roaches in production here, though. He might actually attack at the front as he drops in from behind.
Todd made one Immortal, but he's not following it up with a second one. If he continued into that Immortal production, that would actually be quite nice for trying to hold this off.
Well, he's had no scouting since the early game into Revival's base. Revival now going for the rocks over here on the left. Actually might get caught. Oh, nice.
Just missed those force fields. And I mean, seeing that many Roaches, I don't know. Might think about another Immortal. He doesn't have a Robotics Bay on the way either, so it's not like he's trying to take up to Colossus.
Yeah.
He's just sitting around with a bunch of Stalkers. He has Blink. He has the +2 weapons. He has armor on the way.
Here comes
the problem is just look at the supply. Revival's just making so much stuff because Todd didn't really apply much pressure in the early game. We've seen this again and again where this really quick third base, he didn't apply enough pressure. He got caught off guard. And now the Zerg's economy is just steamroll mode.
Yeah, those supplies are of course skewed. It doesn't look that bad when you look at all the Roaches, but they are completely upgraded, going straight into the main here. Blinking up here from Todd, but there's also Roaches going to come into the third at the same time here from Revival. Things not looking good. He's actually targeting down the Nexus in the main.
He's going to get it too.
Roach is coming in, taking out the cannon over there, but nice force fields by Todd, but I just don't think he has enough stuff down here to defend against that many Roaches. He's got units everywhere. He's got cannons and pylons going up all over the place. The Roach is in the main, still alive, and now he's just rallying over.
Burrowing down to heal, they're actually going to be able to kill the Stalkers as well. And a lot of the units down at the third base have gone down, and now he's burrowing out. He's not actually losing that many Roaches, and that's the problem, is that even though the supply difference isn't as bad as it looks, they're very well upgraded, so they're still doing a ton of damage.
Well, Todd's losing all his production in the main here as well. He's cleaned out this third, but he's losing all his gateways. He's trying to come back with his Stalkers, but as soon as he does that, Revival's going to go into his third yet again. And there's pretty much nothing he can do. He's actually needs to be careful of the sentries. There we go. Has defended his main.
He's going to burrow under the force fields here into the third base.
Yeah.
And just kill everything anyways. The cannon only just now finishing. You can hear the Jaws theme as the Roaches are approaching. It's just no way Todd can hold this off. He got too far behind. He didn't apply enough pressure to Revival early on.
Yeah.
And he just got too much of that economy rolling. There's just not much else to say.
Good job to Revival with those drops, though. He kept Todd looking all over the place, making him defend multiple places at once. And his multitasking seems really good. I can't wait to see who he plays in the second round, because this is pretty much over.
Revival's been playing really solid. His scouting has been excellent. That's one of the tougher things as a Zerg player in the early game, is scouting everything like he did there, but he was doing a really good job with his Zerglings and his Overlords. Very impressive play from Revival.
Yep, absolutely. So we will go into our next match very shortly. If you do want to support the tournament and be in the running for some very awesome prizes, click the subscribe button down under Twitch TV. We'll be right back with our next set of games. Stay with us.